You know what's crazy? So you was talking about Fat Joe and how you guys didn't even really have beef. So we had like a legend for the younger audience. We had like a rap battle thing at one time. And 50, what you did, so we was having interior problems at Dipset. Nobody knew about this. Nobody knew that we was like not on the same page. Right. So when me and you were battling during our music thing, you got members of Dipset to come to your show. I'm like, so I'm sitting there like, that was like it's just kind of smoke. Cause I wouldn't have thought about reaching out to Yayo or Lloyd Banks. I'm like, niggas going public with this? I'm like, yo, what was your thought process behind saying, yo, you know what? Fuck the songs. How did this work? Let me say this. How'd it go?
I was there. I'm in your horse and carriage video. I'm in the pool.
What? You know what? You told me this.
Your horse and carriage video.
You told me this before.
I was in the pool in the horse and carriage.
Wow, that's crazy.
So if you look like when everybody's there,
right?
Jimmy was not a rapper then,
right?
He was your man, like on the side, like in the side. Just he was not a rapper at all,
right?
So when balling took place, and I'm looking and I'm going, oh, he having a moment. That's the Lloyd Banks. It's Lloyd Banks thing. Mm-hmm. He wanted that. He was watching them be that, like Mase be that, and Cam be that, and looked at, and it was finally he had one. Mm-hmm. And I just looked, and I knew I just took the shot, Murder, to see, because I wasn't sure he was gonna go for it. Mm-hmm. But I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam. Then you gotta watch and see how he responds. And then when you see, he like, oh shit, he really like that. Hey, give me this. Get me Jimmy. Yeah, tell him we want you at the show, Jimmy. Yo, but that was one of those things I just threw it out and see what. And then when we bit to it because it was like he was having a moment that not sure that was going to ever happen again.
Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos, and welcome to another episode of He Rants. I am your host, Felix Long Trousers.
Hey, Daddy!
All right, let's not waste no more time. Let's get right into this. Guys, we gotta talk about Jim Jones, one of the members of the old crew of rappers called Dipset. Yeah, you guys see him nowadays. You see him as the old head YN. He seems like the final boss. After you get through all the YNs, you find the OG YN at the end because he got his grades and everything. He's pushing 50 years old, but he still has this mentality of a youngin. So, and I'm not gonna lie, that kind of makes him dangerous. The reason why we're talking about the Grandmaster YN himself is because he seems to be having beef with one of his old bandmates? Say bandmate, group mates, the leader of the group, Cam'ron himself, and seems to be having beef with 50 Cent, which makes no sense. Why would you want to have beef with two huge trolls? I don't get it, but I'm all here for it because it's all humor to me. You guys, please, any New Yorkers, calm down, LB, all y'all son, relax, all right? Because I know the hood warlords of New York City are going to come out and attack me for getting information wrong, right? But bear with me. This is what I have so far. Seems like the beef started recently because this guy, Cam'ron, had 50 Cent, and they were talking on the show called Talk with Flea. I think that's Cam'ron's own personal show, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. And upon being on the show, you guys saw the clip I played earlier. They were speaking about their previous beef and how they were able to get Jim Jones to come to one of his shows. Diabolical, hilarious work. But that's just the typical thing you expect from a guy like 50 Cent. Let's be honest. It seems like Jim Jones caught wind of this. This interview was on in December. Jim Jones recently just got on the Respectfully Justin or whatever that stupid Justin LeBoy. No hate on the guy Justin LeBoy. You do your thing, son. Like I respect it. Respectfully. It seemed like when he was on the podcast, he seemed to talk about Mase and Cam'ron and how Mase was out here crapping on Cam'ron and everybody once Mase got, he got a little bit of money. He started acting brand new.
You seen this shit before it happens, what you tell, like everything.
Mm-hmm. It started with Mase. He didn't do the right thing.
That's the one question I wanted to ask you. I'm a little bit too young to understand. Like I just was able to be like a teen.
I watched Mase shit on Cam and everybody around him.
Wow.
A bitch like all the time. You heard? Like I was there the whole time, but I was Cam's man. You heard? Cam and Mase were so-called best friends, grew up together, and RP Huddy. Like I was there for everything. That's one thing that people can't never say is that I wasn't there for every single thing.
What was your problem with Mase? Like how did that all happen? Because that was Cam, man, like you said.
Cam enemies were my enemies. Okay. Anybody Cam didn't like, I didn't like. And I already see how he was handling Cam, so I definitely didn't like him. You dig? And then I seen how much love Cam had for him and how Cam was jumping out the window for him, which a friend should and shit like that. Like, being overprotective, making sure nothing happened. Like, he was trying his best to make sure that Mase stayed as safe as possible, but Mase had got that money and lost his motherfucking mind, as he's supposed to, man. He grew up in a kid that doesn't have what most of us had, and he was probably more or less fortunate than most of us. Didn't have the sneakers, didn't have all that shit coming up. So him having the first bit of success out of all of us and really getting to a bag, he just went crazy like most people do and shit like that. Shit, I had my times where I went crazy, but that bag just be too much. Yeah. You dig? But the people I loved, I still love them today. You know what I mean? The people that I consider to be the ones that's gonna help me in this journey, I still love them today, and we still have great relationships and shit like that. It ain't got nothing to do with Cam and them and shit like that. We all have our own group of people that help us along with this journey and shit like that.
So now that you see Cam and Mase together having their own show, how did that shit make you feel when you seen them come together after everything that you did?
I seen crazier shit happen. I know brothers that shot brothers and shit like that. So for friends to get back after a world of whatever they went through, it's not surprising to me and shit like that. But I see they don't talk about the days of being shit on, you heard? They don't talk about the things that separated them and shit like that. So, it's funny. But kudos to them, man. They got a dope show. Who am I to hate on what they got going on, man? I hope they make $1 trillion.
What's the craziest shit you seen Mase do to Cam that was just like, yo, I can't believe these niggas could even get back cool after some shit like that?
I won't say nothing crazy, but I say some funny shit that I seen happen. I seen Mase fire his brother, kick him out the limo in the middle of the highway and shit like that. You heard? His old brother. That nigga's vicious. But we coming back off the road from, I think, a bunch of tours and shit like that. Get off the plane. And Mase got the brand new Mercedes drop burgundy, pull up to the airport. Skirt, the car dealer bring that shit outside the airport. 2-door joint, brand new stickers on that bitch. That nigga going crazy, right? Joking and shit like that with Cam and shit. That nigga jumped in the shit by himself with skirt off. I said, yeah, this nigga is a different type of animal. This nigga don't care about nothing. Word up.
Some people are saying Jim Jones brought that up because the whole situation when 50 Cent and he asked 50 Cent about that, I guess it made Jim Jones look bad. Like, yo, he was out here trying to play the field, trying to go with the enemy and everything like that. So, I mean, maybe Jim Jones thought like, yo, I could say something, like you would for dude right now who, y'all was beefing with also and stuff, right? And you guys know Cam'ron and Mase got the Is What It Is podcast, which is a freaking hilarious podcast, by the way, right? So, I mean, Hey, I'm actually glad they squashed that. Like I said, I was too young to even know what the hell was going on. I was out there cranking that Soulja Boy and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really out in the field, really understanding these rap beefs. And I'll be honest with you, I really didn't care. So like, I rather want, fruit cups and fruit cups. I don't know why I said fruit cups. I could say juice box or something, right? I would say fruit. But I will say this. Jim Jones was not lying when he said, if Cam don't like you, I don't like you. Because here's a clip when they called up on a radio station. And I'll tell you, hey, this clip has me dying.
I put you in my goofy category. Off with your goofy. Don't play with me, man. Ain't nothing changed.
God forgive Jimmy.
Cuz said, I got you on my goofy category. He's talking about headshots. This is not funny because it's supposed to be violence, but you can't tell me that's not. Who talks like New Yorkers are not real? I mean, it seemed like the beef ran wild for a while too, man. And, you know, even when Mase decided to become a pastor and everything, Cam'ron and them, there was beef for quite some time. And it's crazy because Cam'ron and Mase were like best friends growing up in Harlem and everything, right? And hey, listen, they ended up squashing it, and that's all that matters. In fact, let me show you a clip of Cam'ron explaining the whole beef, and you realize it was kind of stupid.
Mase gave me an opportunity to get my first record deal. You know, he got signed with Bad Boy, so I never went back to school after that. I just started running around with him. When he got his deal and started selling 3-4 million records, he took me to Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls gave me my first record deal. He passed away, and so on and so forth. So just giving you a history of how we got to with Mase. So Mase, he did a video for me, my first video, 357, which was dope. And then I had another single with him called Horse and Carriage. And he didn't do that video, so my label started gassing me like, yo, why your man ain't doing the video? He want $50,000 to do the video. So I started feeding into that shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, word, this nigga acting funny charging me for the video, this, that, and the third. So we kind of fell out over that, got cool again. Then, you know, he went to church. I kind of didn't understand it at the time because that's like my man all day. And I'm like, where'd church come from? So I started bugging out on him because of that. Like, so to be honest with you, the whole shit was my fault. And just not understanding the kind of path he was on at the time. So I kind of was going at him on records and shit. And he was ignoring me and shit. Then one day he made the Oracle and kind of flushed me one day. I was like, that was pretty tough.
I'm sorry. That was high level stuff. That was high level version of the beef. It goes deep into that. There's a whole lot of stuff. Like, I'm not about to go that deep. I'm still laughing at that radio interview, son. Like, that's true. Hey, bro, Cuz was to say a whole bunch of, New Yorkers, they have their own language, bro. Cuz was like, Burgate. It was just like. So it looks like Cam'ron, right? Cam'ron and Mase, they did not like the whole thing about, I don't know, they trying to bring up old stuff to clash. Like I said, I don't understand this beef, man. I'm just laughing because the clips I've been seeing have me on the ground floored, bruh. And this next clip, I got Cam'ron came out and just went on his nice little monologue. I'm not going to show the whole thing. I'm probably going to put like 4 minutes. Just going at this guy, Jim Jones. Pretty much calling this guy a fat and everything. And I got.
I never needed nowhere to stay. You act like niggas on your couch. You was a fan, nigga. You begged us. You are a fan, nigga. A fan. We didn't grow up with you. I am from 140th and Lenox. I am from NFL. Up the block was 40 Wolves. Lou Simpsons, I'm on 142nd Cross Square. D. Ferg on number 8th Avenue. I don't see you around none of this. Shout out to my nigga, what's the nigga Final Four Billy and them you started? You're not from none of that. So you can sit around and act like you've been around all this Harlem shit and everything. You ever see somebody from Harlem try to act like they from Harlem so bad that you got to keep saying, I'm from Harlem? Niggas from Harlem know who's from Harlem. You don't have to keep saying you from Harlem. So that's first and foremost. All this, niggas is on your couch. You were fanned out and you begged niggas to come to your house after you heard all these mixtapes. That's how you got in, nigga. You was so cool. And we was like, Jomo's a nice guy. Mase like, I think I'll teach him how to rap. Mase actually taught you how to rap. Literally.
Oh my God. Are y'all looking? Son, did y'all see Mase? Did y'all see? I'm going to put the clip back on. I'm sorry. I'm going to let it keep running, son. But did y'all see Mase? He was eating the big, bro. He had a tub of popcorn this big, bro. Like, oh my God. Let's run.
He taught you how to rap. You say it. Matter of fact, bring up the clip.
Mase helped me learn how to actually learn how to rap. Mase taught me how to rap. Mase actually showed me, he was the first person to show me how to rap. Mase actually sat me down and showed me the magic to rap.
We taught you how to rap, nigga. How you ran the whole organization. How you made Diplomat. Nigga, you ain't make none of this stuff. You was a fan. I put you down because you had a free crib and you was a nice guy. That's how you got down originally. Period. Now, to the next point. This all started because I asked 50 Cent a question. Cool. I thought it was cool to ask 50. The shit happened 20 years ago, however many years ago. I thought it was all good. I had no problem thinking, okay, he tricked niggas out their spot, came to the spot. I know 50 said it, and they went on the, he was funny. I thought it was funny when he said the shit. But I didn't think it'd be a big deal because you make up with every nigga that put hands on you. But I see the pattern now. If a nigga agree to disagree with you and don't want to take it that route because they got some genuine love for you, you keep going on and on and on. Every nigga that put hands on you or you get told, you cool with them. I see you with C Gutter. Junior Mafia, cool. I see you taking pictures with True Life. It's cool. Man, DC, y'all having sit-downs to work out. Gunshots was let off with that. Y'all having sit-downs to work it out. You tried to chase French Montana out the game. That ain't work out. Y'all got cool. So cool that you go to his video shoot. Pardon me, not his video shoot, his movie. You're sitting in the crowd watching the premiere, and they dissing you in the movie. You in the movie getting dissing. You got to eat it. Just sitting in the crowd. Nah, nigga, they dissing you in the movie that you went to go see, bro. You ever wonder how you met Mano? Ask somebody met Mano. Mano gonna downplay because they cool now. He tried to press Mano one day because Mano first came out. He had a little record where he was saying, dissing the rappers. I don't know, he's dissing. He said nigga's name. So Jim Plus see Mano one day and was like, yo, what's up with all that saying my name? Mano said, who the fuck you talking to? Oh, you think I one of them niggas? You out your motherfucking mind? Now they the lobby boys. Every nigga that do something to put pressure on you, you sit there and work it out. But when niggas got a little genuine heart for you and all that, cool, that's the pattern. If they don't put hands on you, then you can keep going on and on and on. And I ain't promoting none of this. I think it's cool that you cool with everybody I name. You gonna be 50 next year, nigga. I'm happy that you cool. I'm not saying this to starve no feathers. I'm not saying that to backtrack on any beef or go anything like. I think it's really cool. But the niggas who do this, you cool with, and then the niggas who try to handle it sophisticatedly, you keep going on and on like niggas give a fuck about all that shit, bro. Niggas don't care about none of that shit, my nigga. Niggas don't care a little bit, my nigga.
I'm sorry. I was like, yo, I can't continue the video unless I'm more composed. Like, bro, if he's from the Bronx, that's hilarious. That's freaking hilarious, bro. If he's really from the Bronx, and I don't know why it even should matter. Like, why don't you just say, if you're from the Bronx, say you're from the Bronx. You're in one of the boroughs. I guess back then, the only people that was really like repping the Bronx heavy was what, Terror Squad? He didn't want to be a part of that. Like I said, New Yorkers, get me hip, son, because y'all know better than me when it comes to this stuff. I'm just a sometime visitor of New York, so I don't really know. Maybe it's just like Harlem is just, it just seemed nicer, it just seemed cleaner. Because I've seen old pictures of the Bronx and it was just it looked filthy. It looks filthy. And then you guys also produced Cardi B, so I mean that's actually it makes sense why he wanted to be from Harlem, to be honest with you. I'm hearing people say Jim Jones is the real leader of Dipset, which is nuts. And don't get me wrong, Jim Jones had a nice little run from like what, 06 to 08, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you can say 06 to 08, like, you know, he had Ballin' and everything, but all his other songs was, it was cool. You know, he was getting on the billboards and everything, right? But I don't feel like Jim Jones was the main guy to me. I always felt like Cam'ron was a better rapper. And then after that, I felt like I was listening to a little bit of Jewel Santana for real. You know what I'm saying? But this beef is hilarious to me. And like I said, there's a New Yorker out there, probably LB, that's going to be in the comments and say, listen, you could have went deeper into this dive. Listen. I could have went a whole lot deeper into this, right? I really could have. But I just felt like we just had to all share a laugh in this. We all had to share. This guy, by the way, Jim Jones just released another tape, pretty much, speaking on the fact that Mase Mase taught him how to rap and everything. You say he went double platinum and stuff like that. You know, just made it a new song and everything. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm just here for the humor, laughs, and giggles. As long as there's no pew 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 going around. Hey, let's keep it going. So let's keep it going. Hey, so Mase had a big popcorn. If you stay this long, I appreciate you. I love you. Go in the comments below. Destroy me saying that I haven't gotten all the facts together. So I trust me, like, get me hips, man. If it goes deeper, I might make another video going a lot deeper. I'm not sure, so we'll figure out what happens. But I appreciate you all for staying this long. Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos. And I'm out.